Mwah. What's up, YouTube? Poor.Mans.Podcast back with another video. Today's video is what is a high value man anyway? Kevin Samuels, men going their own way. All right, I guess it's a sister. She is a detractor. She believes that Kevin Samuels is wrong in some kind of way. And like I said before, I like to do these videos every now and then because Kevin Samuels, regardless of what people say, or regardless of what he says, he is a red pill content creator. I know some people try to separate him because his content is just that good, and I do agree that his content is great, but his content really just it's the same concepts of what red pill has been preaching for the past few years. Just in a nicer way. It's more of a live show, live stream, so it looks more professional. He does a really good job at making it look so, but he is red pill content, and he is the biggest and fastest growing. I don't know if he's the biggest, but he's definitely the fastest growing channel right now. So he's getting a lot of flack, and a lot of people are attacking him from whatever angle they can, but they're not bringing anything to the table. They're usually just attacking his character because they can't come up with an intelligent argument. So that is why I do these videos. It's just to show people that, okay, you think Kevin Samuels is wrong. Number one, what proof do you have? Because it's usually just women that are offended by the message instead of that have actually listened to the message, because women who actually listen to the message understand what's going on, and they understand that this is men, that he has hundreds of thousands of followers because he must be saying something right that men agree with, right? But let's get into the video. Before I get into the video though, I'm sorry, my bad, gotta do the usual stuff. The goal is 15,000 subscribers by June. It's a crazy goal, it's a big goal, but it's my goal. All right, and the only way I'm gonna get to my goal is if you give me the HBO special. Do you know what the HBO special is? That's the Help a Brother Out special, all right? So go ahead and help a brother out. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content, all right? I'm going to give y'all a second to do that. All right, now let's get to it. What is a high-value man anyway? Kevin Samuels.
High-value men, whatever the heck that means. And so I wanted to kind of talk about the video and what I feel like a high value man truly is. So basically in the video, Kevin had all these different women calling in, right? And he was talking about how he feels about women's weight and your BMI. And in order to attract a high value man, you have to be a certain weight or they're not going to want to date you. Which we know is absolutely not true. But
is it not though? All right, ladies, I am tired of y'all telling each other that weight does not matter. It does matter when you're being selected by men. Men are telling you it matters. So stop trying to say it doesn't matter. Okay? We understand that money matters. All right, we understand that a man that is short isn't viewed as a better protector as a man that is tall. So that's why you date taller men. We don't combat these things. We chalk it up to the game. We brush it off and we continue our lives, even because I'm 5'8", me personally. All right, and I'm not gonna sit here and complain that I got a friend that's 6'5" and he gets all the girls. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I understand that that's life. I understand that women are going to be selective that way, but I'm going to continue my life, and especially since that's something I can't change. All right, now, women, you have the ability to change your weight. So instead of saying that, no, that problem it doesn't exist, that you could be big and attractive, there are some women that are big and attractive, okay? I will say that, but there are a lot fewer than if you're smaller, all right? Smaller women just are more attractive on average, by far. There are only about 5% of men that are attracted to overweight women. Men will settle with overweight women because they know they can't do any better, all right, a lot of times. Or men will, and some men just are attracted to bigger women, but for the most part, across the board, it is seen as unattractive, okay? And that's in pretty much every country you go to. Let's continue the video.
Anyway, so I first discovered Kevin's page a couple of years ago. He actually lived in Oklahoma City, where I used to live, and I believe we had mutual friends on Facebook, and then I found out he was an image consultant. And then now, fast forward to 2020, he's kind of like this dating coach, I guess you could say, slash still image consulting for men. So I saw that he had this group on Facebook, and I decided to join because most of the members were supposed to be high value men and women. So I joined the group. Absolutely love the content, love some of the conversations that were going on in the group.
Okay.
And so there were a few times where he had Zoom meetings for the women, and he kind of just went over some things, some guidelines, things of that nature, and I thought it was very helpful, his little Zoom call. So I happened to catch one of his live stream videos on his YouTube. So I see the Zoom link and I joined thinking it's the same type of Zoom call he had in the group. And I see that nobody's on the bridge. It's me and one other name. So I thought it was really odd. And then suddenly I heard him, greet me, and he begins to ask me questions. So I'm thinking, okay, like maybe he's just trying to still just stick with his agenda. Maybe he has nothing better else to do because he's always on YouTube day in and day out. So long story short, he's asking me questions. He's asking me if there's anything that I specifically want to talk about. And I'm like, no, I really just wanted to address like what you had said to that girl, like telling her that she needed to lose weight. And I completely disagree with what you said. And
how do you disagree if a girl needs to lose weight? It's pretty universal and it's very simple. All right, if you're 5'5" and 210 pounds, no, you're not going to be as attractive as a person as a woman that is 5'5" and 115 pounds, 120 pounds, 130 pounds even. It's just what it is. Like, I don't understand why we have to continue to cater to this specific niche of people. 70% of women, 80% of black women are overweight or obese. All right, and I believe this is something that Kevin repeats or he says on his show, but it's true. You can look it up. And regardless of if you want to be attractive or not, that is a problem you have to fix for your personal gain. You should want to be better, regardless. Being overweight or obese is never something that you should be proud of, regardless of if you're trying to be attractive or not. So just for her health concerns alone, she should be trying to lose weight. Let's continue the video, though.
That's all I was really trying to get at. But he began to ask me questions, about my weight, my height, where I was from, etc. And I answered the questions. And a few times I felt like he was getting a little spicy with me. And I didn't appreciate it. And I kind of got a little spicy back, but I wasn't rude. I wasn't disrespectful. I didn't call him out of his name. And then he decided to kind of troll me. And as soon as I was starting to get into a space where I could really just pour out my heart and tell him exactly how I felt, he put me on mute. So anybody who knows me knows that I like to talk with my hands sometimes. So if you put somebody on mute and this is a person who talks with their hands, it's gonna appear that they are like being aggressive and defensive. And I absolutely was not being defensive at all. I really just wanted him to understand that we did not want to push women into spaces where they felt like they had to be skinny, because we already have enough people in the black community who are obese. We don't need people to have anorexia or bulimia.
What?
You don't need that.
How do you go from obese to having anorexia and bulimia? Those are two very different situations. And what a lot of people want to believe is that they can't control their weight. We over here, we hydrate and motivate. We get money and we drink water. All right, this is what I do. All right, I want people to be the best version of themselves while understanding human nature, things that they can't control. I believe in self-accountability. Even if you may not have been the problem in the situation, find out where you went wrong in picking that person to be in the situation in the first place. The only thing you can control is yourself. All right, so stop trying to act like you don't have a choice but to be fat. You do. There is a choice that is to be made. And if you want to be seen as attractive, it's not hard to lose weight. It's impossible for a man to grow taller. But well, I won't say it's not hard, because it is really hard to lose weight. It is hard to lose weight. It's a hard task. I'm not going to lie. But you ate yourself into that situation. All right, you ate yourself into that situation for the past 10 years abusing your body, and then you want results with a 15-minute ad video. And since you don't get results, you get upset and you go and open up the old ice cream again, and then you start having at it. And this goes for men too. And I know some of y'all gonna click off because this ain't what you want to hear, but it's the truth. I expect men to be able to hear this truth and apply it to their lives a little bit better. Women are a little bit more, emotional, telling people how they feel instead of what is real. All right, and it's just the facts of the situation. You're not going to reverse 10 years of damage in a 15-minute ad video. It takes discipline. It's really hard to do. All right, and every diet in the world is pretty much move more, eat less. That's every diet in the world translated into different words. Keto, intermittent fasting, whatever the diet is, the new trending diet. It's eat less, move more. It's that simple. And it takes a long time. You can't put on a belt that's going to crush your intestines for 20 minutes a day and assume that's you working out. No, go outside and walk. Walk for 10,000 steps. Get a step counter on your phone. Walk 10,000 steps a day. I guarantee you get results. Go work out. It's not that hard to take care of your body. Now, it is hard to lose weight, but it's not that hard to start and take care of your body. I'm sorry I'm going on a rant, but it's because I'm passionate about this topic. Because how can you believe that God gave you a body that is supposed to be a temple, but you just don't take care of it? And even if you don't believe that, you only get one body, and you're going to be dead a lot longer than you're going to be alive. You got to take care of that body while you're here. That's all you get. That's all you get is yourself. All right. Let's continue the video, though. I just went on a little rant about weight, but let's continue the video.
To be prevalent, we have enough issues in our community, and
weight is one of them, a big one.
Basically,
heart disease.
I was very
diabetes.
Disappointed that this high value man, would put me on mute and try to embarrass me the way he did. And I wasn't embarrassed. I mean, it is what it is. I was on there in my natural state. I had just left the gym, no makeup, had gym clothes on. My hair was in its most natural state ever. And I was authentically me in that video. And I have to own who I am. And I have no problem with doing that. So really my whole issue, with the video is, number one, you claim to be a high value man, but you feel like it's necessary to troll young Black women. And he does it often. I'm not the only caller who I felt like he was getting a little spicy with, and he does this, pretty much anytime he has a video.
Okay. That's going to be all I'm going to do with this video. I may leave a link in the description. Who knows? It depends on how I feel. All right, but let me just do this a little bit here. When women call onto Kevin's show, they're seeking advice from a man who is high value. Now, regardless of if you believe he's high value in terms of, I'm talking about his money, okay? I know from my statistics that he definitely, just from what I'm doing right now on YouTube, I know that he's definitely a millionaire, all right? If not a multi-millionaire, okay? So, he probably is in those circles where he's talking to men who are also financially, quote unquote, high value. So, you're calling his show to get advice on how to get a high value man specifically. You're calling a high value man about how to get high value men. If you want to consult with him, if you want a if you want a consultation or whatever, however you say it, you go and you sign up and you pay money, and that's when you get nice Kevin. But when he's on live and he's trying to conduct a show, he doesn't want to hear how your cat got HIV, whatever. So he leads the conversation, and he's very direct in his words. He doesn't want you to stray away from what we're doing, because a lot of times when you have conversations with people, and specifically women, it can turn into a rant about what happened at work today. All right. And if you want to stay on topic and you want to conduct a show to keep the show entertaining, you have to keep it refreshing. So that means what weight are you? How old are you? What size? What's dress size? It means going off a simple formula so that you can give as much advice as you can in this specific time period. All right, so you're not going to get a guy who wants to hear you rant about whatever. You're going to get muted, and he's going to say what he has to say before allowing you to talk again. That's because you didn't pay the piper. I'm sure if you go and pay the piper, you'll get a nice guy. You'll get a guy that has time to sit with you one-on-one and tell you specifically where you're going wrong. A lot of the times he just tells you to not even worry about it because most of you are not 9 and 10s, so you will not get a man that is a 9 and 10. And I don't understand why that's rocket science to women. Most of the time it's just him saying, lady, give it up. Go find you a good guy. There's nothing wrong with the average guys. They rank just like you. You're a 6, they're a 6. Go find one of those people and live a happy life, because you can still be happy without a quote-unquote rich man, a high-value man. I know that Instagram tells you that every man out here is high value and you have to have one to live a happy life, but it's just not true. You can live a fulfilled life with a man that is quote-unquote average, and most people will be average. The only problem is women are starting to think that they're above average just because they have a vagina. Just because they're women. They start to believe that they're above average. You're automatically an 8. Why? You're 300 pounds and you're 5'7", but you're a 10. And it's because of these preachings. It's because people just, it's the echo chamber. It's everybody just repeating the same things and trying to make people feel better instead of telling them what is wrong with them so that they can fix it. Till next time.